It's been so long. Going to the cinemas used to bring me so much joy, and now that they've closed down, life doesn't feel the same. I went to the movies with my friends, I went with my family, and I'll even admit I went by myself sometimes. And each time I got to experience a new story, a whole new world, all in a place that felt so magical to me. All across the country and even the world, cinemas are opening up. People are praising Tenet.
So, I just left the theater and I just finished seeing Tenet, and it's the best movie in the world. If you don't see it, you're really missing out.
And yet here at my home in New York, they're still shut down. I know it's for the best. I know it's to keep us safe. But I miss it so much, and I'll do anything to return. Hello?
Hey man, I was gonna watch a movie tonight. You wanna come?
I don't know. I'm just really not feeling all that great.
Fine. You can pick.
So, what were you in the mood for?
How'd you get here so fast?
It doesn't matter. What do you want to watch tonight?
I was thinking a superhero movie.
A superhero movie. I can work with that. With recent news that the next 3 Marvel movies are postponed until 2021, you may be looking for your next superhero fix. Well, look no further, because I'm here to help you find superhero movies to watch at home that will give you the thrill and excitement you're looking for. Since theaters are closed, you decided now's the best time to catch up on all these cinematic universes. Well, look no further. First things first, you can find the entire catalog of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, except the 2 Spider-Man movies, on Disney+. You can start at the beginning with the very first Iron Man and binge your way to the thrilling finale of the Infinity Saga, Avengers Endgame. It's also been confirmed that by the end of 2020, we will be getting the first MCU original show on Disney+, called WandaVision. So far, the trailers have given an aura of mystery to them, making us question just what exactly is going on in the show. On the other side of the coin, you can go to HBO Max to find all the films in the DC Extended Universe. Crowd-pleasing films like Aquaman, Joker, Shazam, and The Birds of Prey are ready to stream on HBO Max. And if you're excited for the Snyder Cut of Justice League, then you can rewatch the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman in preparation. If you're looking for something a little darker and mature, then you can go to Amazon Prime to watch The Boys, a satirization of the superhero genre. The Boys uses superheroes to critique big corporations and their unethical business practices. It's super violent, very vulgar, and a whole lot of fun to watch. The main villain, Homelander, has to be the best exploration of the evil Superman trope. He's charismatic in a way that's disturbing to watch, and the show does a fantastic job of exploring his psyche. But you've already seen those movies and shows. You want something new, something that flew under your radar and that you haven't heard of yet. So here are my recommendations for the underrated gems of the superhero genre. If you have an HBO Max subscription, then I can't recommend Doom Patrol enough. This is a weird show that fully embraces its wacky comic book origins. In the show, you follow Robot Man, Elastigirl, Negative Man, Crazy Jane, and Cyborg as they battle villains that threaten the world. What makes this show unique is that along with its absurd sense of humor and wacky villains, the show is actually a heartfelt exploration of trauma. Each character is an outcast to society because of their unique powers. But it's also due to the fact that each character has had to deal with mistakes they've made in their past, as well as personal trials that left them scarred. By the end of the show, you feel connected to each and every character, and you root for them as they overcome their trauma and strive to become better people. Doom Patrol is also wildly inventive. The writers delve deep into the lore of the DC Comics to bring out characters that are utterly ridiculous, but also vital to the show. You may be asking, what's so ridiculous about the characters? Well, what if I told you that at one point, the Doom Patrol fight a man who eats beards in order to track people down, or they become friends with a non-binary sentient street named Danny? Yeah, this show is weird, but in a way that's fun and endearing. For many people, I'm sure that their favorite Batman movies are the Dark Knight or the Tim Burton movies. And yeah, those are great, but none of them compared to Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which you can watch on Netflix. Batman Mask of the Phantasm is a film directed by Bruce Timm and Paul Dini, the creators of the critically acclaimed Batman the Animated Series. This is a film that bothers to ask, what if Bruce Wayne had a chance at happiness? In Mask of the Phantasm, before Bruce Wayne becomes Batman, he meets a woman by the name of Andrea Beaumont and finds love and happiness. This tears him apart because he swears to avenge his parents' death and save Gotham. And yet, he considers abandoning that goal so he can settle down and live a happy life with the woman he loves. But of course, we all know what Bruce does with his future. Eventually, he loses his chance at happiness and becomes the Batman. What makes this movie stand out from the rest of the Batman movies is that this film adds an extra layer of depth to the origin of Batman. You see that Andrea comes back to Gotham opening up old wounds exactly at the same time that a new villain known as the Phantasm shows up in Gotham. The Phantasm is known for killing mob bosses, and now Batman has to stop the spree of murders while confronting his past at the same exact time. By showing Bruce Wayne at his happiest moments, when we see him don the mantle of Batman, we understood what he gave up to fight the scum of Gotham. It's also an epically animated film with iconic shots that capture the gothic atmosphere of Gotham. It goes to show the power animation can have when adapting superhero stories. And by the way, if you love the Joker, he's in this movie, and can I say, this is potentially the scariest version of Joker yet. Oh, and did I mention this was a kids film too? For a kids film to be this complex and dark is truly breathtaking to watch. And finally, do you want a more simplistic superhero movie? Something with simple black and white morality? Then you're in for a treat with The Rocketeer, which you can find on Disney+. It initially came out in 1991 as a commercial flop. However, more recently, many movie buffs have begun to rediscover the film and recognize how much fun it is. The film follows Billy Campbell as Cliff, an aspiring pilot in the year 1938. One day, he finds a jetpack stashed away at his warehouse. At first, Cliff plans to use it at aviation shows to earn a quick buck, but that plan gets foiled when the villain of the film, Neville Sinclair, played charmingly by Timothy Dalton, sends the mafia to try and steal a jetpack for dubious reasons. If you're looking for a fun action rom, then this is the film for you. It has an underdog protagonist that you root for throughout the entire film. You want to see him defeat the bad guys and win the girl. It's a throwback to old serials like Flash Gordon, and wears its campy influences on its sleeve. And there's some clever twists in there to keep the viewers on their toes. So there you have it. 3 great options for exhilarating superhero films and shows to hold you down until the next Marvel movie comes out. Make sure you join us next time on Movie Night to find out what fun films are out there on your streaming services.